Hey, what's going on? It's T. I'm leaving my office, heading over to El Mago de la Frita, which I'm gonna interview. These guys are the best at what they do. They have the best fritas in Miami, and I can tell you, I'm not the only one saying it. Look them up on TripAdvisor. They are 4.9 stars. Amazing. Made them a little mask here from my office. Walking out of my office. By the way, we're on the famous Calle Ocho, baby. Let's go. Let's walk over there and check it out. All right? We're finally here. Fun fact, Obama's been here. How do you like them apples?
Hi.
¿Cómo está?
How are you?
We can't kiss each other anymore. Mira, mira, le traje una... le traje una máscara a ti, tía.
Really?
No, papá.
You did it. Oh, I can't believe it.
Esa es la
And I
máscara
was
que
gonna
queda.
ask you.
¿Ya?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. How you been?
Good, good, good.
How's the wifey?
Bien, bien. You know that, ahorita ya, le falta cuatro semanas ahora.
Oh my God.
Ya, ya.
Yeah, they're younger another.
Esa,
One of those dogs.
ya, ya.
Really?
Las que le gusta a él, tú sabes que él...
Mira lo que le trajeron. Wow. El mago de la frita.
¿Cómo anda? ¿Cómo anda?
Mira. Arriba, ¿cómo es esto? ¿Sí?
Ahora
¿Se
sí.
pone así?
Ajá.
Coño, qué bueno está.
Así, ajá.
Por atrás, por arriba, la cabeza.
Oye, eso
Mira, el mago de la frita.
perfecto.
Así mismo.
¿Están grabando?
Ahí. That's el mago. Ese es el mejor de todo Miami aquí.
¿Dónde descansa?
Sí. Oh, pero tú. No.
Eso es así como nosotros lo usamos.
So you started, your dad was running the business, and then what, 11 years ago you started, you helped them
in
out.
1984.
Right.
This place was opened in 1984, my mother and my father, and started from scratch. And, you know, they did very well. I mean, small business. And about 10, almost 11 years ago, I would always come in, eat, of course, because I love the food. And, you know, I noticed that he needed help. My mother got sick. My mother was good, you know, very sick, you know. And she was no longer here. He was by himself. And I would come in the afternoons, basically, because I have a full-time job.
Right.
And I noticed that he needed, you know, things were lacking up, and you know, he needed, you know, someone that could see things, you know, some other way and stuff like that. And so I started coming in like on Saturdays, helping on Saturdays. Then it was Friday nights because I didn't work Saturday. And then all of a sudden I started coming in every night. So I come in every night, after, you know, at 6, usually I'm around here at 6 p.m.
Right.
And I close, he leaves, and I stay. And it's been like that for the last 10, 11 years.
Wow, no, that's great. I mean,
And I've learned to do pretty much everything. He told me, if you like the business, if you want to get involved, you need to learn it. And it was a funny story. I mean, it was something that happened all of a sudden. Rushed him to the hospital. 3 days later, oh, you have to have open heart. You're totally blocked. I'm like, oh my God, what do we do? You know? So, you know, they said you have to have surgery. So, you know, the day before the surgery, we're in the hospital, my brother and I, with him, and we're like, you know, what are we going to do? I mean, Papi, you have to give us the recipe. We don't,
right.
I mean, we can sell croquetas, we can sell pan con vite, we can sell whatever, but we don't know the frita.
Right.
And he goes, no, it's there safe, it's there, don't worry about it, it's there. So that I'm getting ready to leave at night. I was leaving him at the hospital. I'm like, you know, Dad, I'm leaving. I mean, are you going to tell me? Or the next morning you're going into surgery. So I said, you know, hopefully nothing happens, but, you know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
So he goes, no, it's there. So I go, well, you know, where there? So it was funny. My brother and I there, and he goes, no, mira, go to the house. Is it the suitcase? I mean, it's a briefcase. I'm sorry. The briefcase is there, whatever. And I go home that night, and I look for, I go to his office. I look for the briefcase, and sure enough, it was really, it was really touching because he had the two recipes, like one copy for me, one copy for my brother.
Oh, wow.
There's only two of us, and it was
Yeah.
like. He normally writes very, very messy.
Uh-huh.
This was extremely clear. Honestly, I'm not kidding you. I started crying. I'm like, I can't believe it.
Wow.
I guess in the back of his mind,
Yeah.
he had it ready.
Yeah, of
We
course.
didn't know, but he had it.
Right.
He had it
Right.
in case something ever happened.
Right.
So ever since, I've been doing the recipe for the fritas, and I learned it, and
Good.
it's been going. I mean, he's still here every day. Comes, Monday through Saturday. He will not stay home. Even through the pandemic, he comes
That's
every
good.
day.
That's good.
Every
You know
day.
what? Staying home isn't good. So
He doesn't want to. He says that no, he's not. He can't stay home. So he
Good.
comes every day, and he does help a little bit, whenever needed. He still does some of the beans, some of the soups. He does desserts. He does the pork shoulder that we do for the frita confundida.
Uh-huh.
He still does it. He doesn't want nobody to touch it. He does it. The flanes are his babies. The flan, he loves the flan. Nobody touches that.
I have to try the flan because I
He
haven't
does
tried
the
the flan.
flan, and he does the dulce de leche.
Oh, wow.
The two desserts that we do here, they're homemade. He doesn't. Nobody
Wow.
touches them.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
That's amazing.
he's here every day, and we're very blessed. I mean, going through all of this,
Yeah.
we've been
Of
able
course.
to survive, and
Well, you have him that, like I was telling you before, he's gone through, all the tough times and good times, and so this is just another obstacle in the course.
He says it. There's nothing like this before. I mean, we've never experienced it. Back in the 90s, I don't know if you were around here, the construction of A Street was like,
Yeah. That they actually
was very critical. Yeah.
Because it went from 2 lanes, right, and then it went to this 4 or 5 lanes that they shut everything
there
down.
There was times through the construction that the pile of dirt was up to the wall. I mean, up to the
Wow.
door.
Wow.
I mean, hardly anybody would come in. So it was really tough, really tough. It was a tough time for
Right.
the business around here and for us.
Yeah, of course.
And he was able to to hold off to that and go through that. But he says that, I mean he never expected it to see anything through his lifetime going through
Right.
something. None of us, I mean, especially
No, of course
anything
not.
that we've experienced in the last few months, we never thought we would ever
I
live.
agree.
Especially him, he's older, he's 82. But he's a very very positive man, very driven, very organized. So when it comes to to business, he's always
So that's-
always focused, always positive.
Tell me a little bit now of what you've done to adapt with the times now. And I know I walked in here and it was extremely busy, which is good to see. Even though a lot of people come from outside, and sit and like to sit here, but you've got a lot of orders. That's really impressive.
I mean, we're very thankful. We've been in the community in this area for 36 years. So I think that definitely our customers. I mean, they've been very loyal. We have our locals. People from around the area, or further. We still get visitors, believe it or not. Even though
Yeah.
the tourism is very low.
Tell me a little bit about that, because every time I come in here, there's somebody from another state, another country.
Last night
all the
we had
time.
a couple from Minnesota. Because the frita in the last few years, the frita has become like an iconic dish, Miami iconic dish.
Okay.
So really, you can only find it here.
Right.
You go to New York, and even there's so many Cubans, or New Jersey back in the
Right.
the days there were so many Cubans, you didn't find a frita. Tampa doesn't have a frita.
Right.
Orlando doesn't have a frita. So there's so many Hispanics communities that they don't have a frita. So it really stayed in Miami, and because of that, I think that definitely it became it's become known and something different. And when we have the tourism, we have people from all over all over the world basically. They want to try something from Miami, so
Right.
that's where the frita comes in.
I
And
mean,
we
I've
have
experienced it because
Yeah.
I've been in here a bunch of times and they come
people
in.
from all over, yeah.
And-
And in the last few years, I mean, I tell you, I would say the last 10 years, it just exploded and it became so known. And then in 2010, the president of the United States came to eat here, the ex-president,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
What was his name? It's not.
Barack Obama.
Very popular.
In 2010,
Amazing.
He came the frita, and of course that put the frita on a map.
Right, on another
So,
level.
On a map. So,
Right.
so that, of course, it really changed the dynamic,
Right.
the dynamic. Nowadays, Miami's a melting pot, so people from all over the world,
Right.
and they're willing to try. I mean, Venezuelans, Colombians, Costa Rica, from everywhere.
From everywhere.
Honduras, Salvador, everybody eats the fritas, and people, most people try it, like it,
Right.
and they tell everybody.
Well, it's
So-
amazing. It's amazing. I love la frita. I consider this the best frita in Miami, hands
Thank
down.
you, thank you.
And I've eaten them all,
Yeah.
and this is the best one that I've tried.
Thank you.
So,
Our frita is fresh meat always. It's not frozen. It's fresh. It's cooked on a flat top with special sauce. If you look on the flat top, you're not gonna find any grease there. We don't add any grease. Everything is it's cooked on a special sauce that we make. It's also water based, no oil.
right.
Cooked on a flat top. We cook it with fresh onions. The julienne potatoes are also made by us. Fresh potatoes. The Cuban bun is made for us daily. So everything is fresh. Sounds fried, frita, but it's not. It's not
Right.
fried at all. And that's what I always tell somebody that's trying it for the first time. Don't be afraid. It sounds fried, but it's not. Something
Right.
that is cooked on a flat top. So it really loses all the natural oils from the meat, because the meat is always going to have. I mean,
Right.
we try to get a very lean meat, but it's always a little bit of oil.
Now, I wanted to ask you because my wife likes vegan stuff, and I saw that you had something on the menu, and she said it tastes delicious. It was a
She
frita that
tried
was,
it, the veggie frita.
yes, and she said it was amazing.
The veggie
So,
frita we created a couple of years ago. It's zucchini squash, onions, sometimes berenjena. How do you call it? What do you call berenjena?
I'll look that up and put it. I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called in English. Eggplant.
Eggplant. Oh.
So we cook those on the griddle. We add the sauce that we use for the frita. So it gives a flavor. We put a little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt, and we saute it, and we give it flavor. Not exactly the same as the frita, but it's very tasty.
Yeah.
And people that don't eat meat, they like it. They really like it. And we serve it on a Cuban bun that is the medianoche bun. It's a little bit sweeter bread. So it's really it complements it well. So
Good.
it's really good.
Tell the people where they could find you, where they could order, how they could order, because that's something important.
Right now, we're the restaurants in Miami are only to go and take out, and we have a couple of tables outside. Of course, it's not the best setting because it's so hot in Miami. You can find us. You can call in our number, of course, 305-266-8486. You can also order third-party deliveries because we don't have our own deliveries.
Okay.
We have Uber Eats and Postmates.
Okay.
Those are the two companies that we use for third-party deliveries, and always call it in and place your order. We try to make it as quickly as possible, have it out there hot and fresh.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving me the time to come.
Thank you for considering us. I really appreciate
No,
it.
I really enjoy just eating here, and and you're my friends, so it's always
And hopefully soon, coming next Monday, we're going to open again. The restaurant's
Yeah.
open in Miami, 50%.
Good.
So hoping to see you, your
we'll
family, your wife.
we'll be here
And,
for sure.
We're hoping that things pick up in Miami and we
Yeah.
start, again,
We
back
are.
to normal, as normal as we
Well,
can
you
get,
guys are doing great, so
Thank you so
much for your time.
Thank you.
You're
Well,
amazing.
thank you for
You're
your
amazing.
time.
And now make me some fritas, que tengo hambre.
Yo vivía en New York
Ajá.
y yo nunca me dediqué a fritas en Cuba ni nada de eso. La señora mía sí se dedicaban, no sé, los hermanos y ella también se habían dedicado a eso y conocían eso, pero yo no.
Ajá.
Entonces yo vine de Nueva York a resolver un problema a un cuñado mío de eso, y después me quedé aquí con eso. Y aprendí con eso
¿Y cómo
Fui inventando.
cómo empezaste el negocio en los 80? Abriste esto, ¿cómo se da?
abría allá el reggae, allá las fritas en las 2 y las 8.
Ahí es donde empezaste.
Ahí es donde empecé. Y
¿Por
después ya
dónde?
como el 83, 84 vine para acá.
Ah,
Pero sí te voy a decir algo, las papas esas fritas, las julianas esas las puse yo aquí, las máquinas.
sí.
Que nadie hacía esa papa aquí.
No,
Nadie.
so, tú eres el que le inventaste la papita esa.
Exacto, vaya que todo el mundo ponía papa de lata.
Ajá. Sí, la papa de lata esa que no es lo mismo. No,
No
es
es
lo
lo
mismo.
mismo, ¿no? No se parece en nada.
So,
Pero bueno, ahí empecé yo con mi obra y el carajo. Siempre con el buen producto, buena calidad, pues. Fue un lío grande ponerle queso,
sí.
porque yo había ido a McDonald's y eso y veía que le ponían queso. Y en Cuba no se conocía la frita con queso, ni en aquellos años aquí tampoco.
Ajá.
Y yo dije, coño, pues si le ponemos un queso, le cobramos 25 centavos más y es ganancia.
Ajá.
Y así empecé. Pero eran 40 problemas fajados con la gente. ¿Por quién te dijo a ti que la frita lleva queso? Ustedes, que jala para acá. Y poco a poco se fue introduciendo. Y hoy en día se va a dar más del 50% con queso.
Wow.
Y nosotros usamos un queso 100% de leche. Olvídese de eso.
Lo mejor.
Sí, olvídese de eso. Ahí no hay nada de imitación ni nada. Queso 100%.
Wow. Bueno,
Queso americano 100%. No hay química ninguna ni nada.
qué bueno. Eso es. Me encanta la frita aquí.
¿Ok? Que le gusta el queso es riquísimo.
No, yo lo cogí original como tú me dijiste.
Pues también nosotros lo hacemos con huevo, que le gusta el huevo.
Sí,
Así
vi
me lo-
ese, vi
es
ese.
riquísimo, el que le gusta el huevo es rica de verdad.
Ajá.
con huevo.
Sí,
No he habido problemas nunca, gracias a Dios.
gracias a Dios. Y ahora todavía están haciendo bien porque entré aquí había un movimiento de madre.
Sí, aquí se vende todavía.
Qué bueno.
Ahora cuando se abra, se vende allá normalmente allá. Tú ves.
No, sí,
Ahora
pero
sí.
es que tú eres como dice, el mago aquí, tú eres
No,
el
Y
mejor
hoy
aquí de
por hoy-
Miami.
Hoy por hoy te lo digo yo. La mejor frita que hay en Miami la fabricamos nosotros.
Y yo también
Olvídate,
digo que
100%.
eres 100%, estoy
100%
contigo, porque nunca he comido una frita tan buena.
Así que no va, en eso no hay problema ninguno. 100%.
Oye,
¿No? ¿Quién más la fabrica? Nosotros.
¿cuánto?
nada más.
Yo quería preguntarte, ¿cuántas veces has ganado la frita mejor de Miami? Una pila de veces, ¿no?
Una pila de veces.
So, no es que estás diciendo algo que, no es, que es mentira, es la verdad.
Son 36 años fabricando. No es 2 días.
Sí, no. La experiencia es...
Ahí.
Pues,
Sigue fabricando.
pues gracias por tu tiempo, porque siempre es un gusto comer aquí contigo.
Muchas gracias, ya que sabes dónde estamos.
No, sí, yo sé que siempre estoy, aquí estoy como en mi casa.
Seguro que sí.